Welcome to the Sticky Trifle Podcast.
And just as I thought I did my last podcast a few weeks back, as a favour, I'm going to do one last thing just before the summer ends. And I'm going to a place that I've been once before on one of the podcasts, and it's this place here, Yup. Do you think they allow brokers in this place? I want to find out. And fit she doing? I hope she's trimming her bush.
Welcome to Sticky Trifle Podcast. Sticky Trifle Podcast. Sticky Trifle Podcast.
Welcome once again. I thought I did the last podcast, but here's another one again, and it's number 63. And my guest this week is. Are you the president of the bowling club?
The president of the bowling club, yes.
At Rosehearty. We're at Rosehearty, obviously, and we've got nice weather.
Beautiful.
And it's Harry Pittum.
Pittum in a box.
Pittum in a box.
That's how you pronounce it.
That's good. Now, usually we have a drink. So you've got some whiskey in here.
Yes, just here. Look.
Are we going to what here supper?
Yes, we could easily have.
Right, I'm looking for. I've never done this in this cup.
Well, apparently it's called a quiche.
I thought it was a chalice.
A quake.
Yeah,
No, it's a quake.
A quake.
That's the Scottish pronunciation. Q-U-A-I-C-H. Quake.
So first, you're going to first drop us whiskey.
That's it. That's it. I'm going to take the. But it is the guest has it first.
Right.
So.
But I didn't take it because you need some.
No, I'll leave some for me. Hold it by the handle, so.
A bit strong. A bit strong for me.
Bit strong. That's it. Well, it's supposed to be a good malt, an Ireland malt.
So that's a quake.
Quake. That's right.
And so this, if I gave you this,
it was presented to the club by Bools Scotland. That's the parent organisation. On our centenary, they give every club that's in the association
for
100
years.
For the 100 years centenary.
Right. Okay.
2022 was our centenary, so we were presented with that a couple of months ago by the representative from Bools Scotland.
And are the members who drink out of this quake?
Those that were there at the presentation, yes.
Right. Okay.
And obviously other ones don't drink whiskey.
Yep. Okay.
They just passed by,
yeah.
passed it by, which was all the more for those that did.
Yep. Now, I didn't ken a lot about you, Harry, by the way. But I've seen a picture of you before, and I thought, I think I've seen you in the wall, up in the wall, before, but we'd never actually met. So, for you originally, is it an English accent?
It's a Tyneside accent, actually. You'll never get a Geordie.
Right, so
from Newcastle. I admit he's English. He's a Geordie. I was born in Newcastle.
You was born actually in Newcastle?
In Newcastle, yes.
Okay.
I was born actually in Wallsend, which is part of Newcastle. Yeah.
Do you mind me asking your age?
81.
Wow, I thought it was maybe about 68, 69.
That's why I can't remember the dates.
You look a lot younger than you are.
81. Yeah.
Right, okay. And so, when did you leave Newcastle?
Well, I served my time in Newcastle with a lad whose mother had lost her first husband during the war, and married a skipper of a minesweeper which was stationed off the River Tyne. And after the war, it was converted back into a drift net boat, which came from Inverallochie. She left her son by her first marriage at Newcastle to serve his time. I became very pally with him during the apprenticeship, and he used to come back to Inverallochie for his summer holidays, 2 weeks summer holidays. So I came back for I came up here for 2 weeks in the late 1950s, early 60s.
this was in your 20s or 30s?
No, I'd been 16.
You'd been 16?
16, so 41, 51, 56, 56.
So you basically had a holiday up in Inveralky?
In Inveralky, yeah. Was staying at a lad called Killy's Jimmy. He was a mate on a boat. His signature was he swung his arm like that. And he was a herring drifter. I had 2 weeks up here at that and enjoyed it as much. I came back with a group of boys and had a tent and camped outside the Belga Coast Guard station.
So, and was you partying these days?
Partying? Well, no. It was Coca-Cola and stuff like that. We were still 16. For the car, Ferry Peter's father wouldn't sell us drink at that age.
Right, okay. And so, this holiday, you kind of enjoyed when you came up to Scotland for some reason?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay. Career-wise, so you leave school at 16,
left school at 16. I then served my time in a marine engineering works. They made big steam turbines for the power stations and for tankers, cargo passenger ships. Served my time for 5-6 years and then went away to the Merchant Navy for 7 years. I got married. That'll tell you how long I've been married. And was married and then of course had a family, one son, and it was no use coming back after a 4-month trip away. You're just the man that bought the presents. So I stopped that and I got a job in the tool works and ended up as a service engineer and latterly teaching the apprentices for 15-16 years.
And did you enjoy that job?
I really enjoyed it. It was a fine job when without the government grants, because you were getting the apprentices that really wanted to serve that time.
Yep.
Once the Maggie Thatcher stopped the government grants, and they started taking the lads in just to give them a job, the EITB. Just Engineering and Industrial Training Board just took them in just to get them off the streets, and it wasn't the same after that. But then it wasn't viable for whatever reason, and they closed the training department down. I got the option to go back on the shop floor or take redundancy. Well, I took redundancy and ended up looking after the refrigeration for an Andrew Noble, who was a big fish factory. Over by the caravan site down by the beach.
Got you.
He had bought the old Mechanics factory up by the lighthouse, and he wanted an engineer that knew about refrigeration, which I'd done in the Merchant Navy, to get this thing up and running.
And so what age was you when you moved up here, Harry?
Oh, when I moved up here, I was 21, 22 maybe. I was married when I was 23.
Yeah.
So 23, I'd done 41, 53, 63, something like
that. But in a good side of things, you married again?
Married Jenny, best thing I ever did in my life.
And how did you meet? Is it Jenny?
Well, Jenny, we used to sing together in the church choir. We're both church members. She used to sit in front of me in the choir, 3-4 rows of choir members.
Yep.
I was the smallest, so I got in front of the front row of the men.
Yeah.
She was what would you call it? Soprano maybe, I don't care.
And so you just kind of made a connection.
Made a connection in the church.
Right.
She was a Sunday school teacher. I was a Sunday school teacher.
And so did your mum and dad get you into like Sunday school back when you was young?
Oh, long ago, yes. I was confirmed in the Church of England.
Did you enjoy it?
When I was 15. I didn't really have time to practice it. We used to go to church. My mother was in the Women's Guild in Newcastle, and we used to go to church regularly, sort of twice on a Sunday. First thing 9:30 in the morning, and then the 7:30 service of the night time.
And so this makes you a Christian?
Oh yes.
Yep. And you believe in? Well, somebody's shouting on you. No. It's his wife. It's actually his wife speaking. Yeah, she's asking for finished work. We've just gotten started.
Yes, I just got started.
And so, anyway, you meet her at church?
I met her at the church, through the church. I've lost the thread of it now. Used to sing in the concerts. We used to do. The elders used to do concerts. So
was it like a slow burning connection you had with her, or was it?
I can't. I mean, she worked in what they call fighty shops selling ice cream when I first came to Rosehearty.
Yeah.
So I've known her all my time.
Aye.
Not up here, but since I came to Rosehearty, yes.
Yep. And so getting married for a second time. Was it like, was you a bit apprehensive after kind of like being married a first time?
No, I was sure. I'd had 7 years pushing a woman and my wife in a wheelchair.
Yeah, bye.
And it was
So
just completely new.
it would be true love. True love.
Oh, definitely.
True love with
that's what it is.
Jenny. And she also plays bowls.
She also
And
plays
she's
bowls.
very good at it.
Very good, but far better than me.
And
Far better than me.
she's actually won one
Yes, she won the trophy last year.
just last year. Wow. And obviously there's just been a game a day, which they'll notice at the end, and we've had a winner, which we won't say what it was, but you'll find out at the end. But it's nice to see us, the person who won it. You only just started bowling just within last year.
Just last year, yes.
And so it's a massive progression
It is.
for somebody to be doing bowling that quick, and then he's won.
He's just got an eye for it. You get
Aye.
people that have got an eye for all bowling, snooker, what's the other one? Snooker, cricket, bowls, football. You do it. He can do it. Golf. He's
And
just got
so-
an eye for a ball.
Were you being a president and involved with the Rosehearty Bowling Club? What age did you get into it?
Well, my first bowls was when I'd been about 5-6 years old, playing against my father at Newcastle. He was a really good bowler.
Right.
But I mean, he was just showing me how to play bowls. I didn't have the strength or the grip to hold the bowls as they were in those days.
Yeah.
So I played at it for a couple of years down in Newcastle, and then when I was 7-8 years old, never played again until I came up here on this fortnightly holiday
Yeah.
from my work
So this was
And
when
then-
you were 16.
when I was 16,
Right.
and then played on the council bowling green on the links at Fraserburgh, just to put in the time.
And so you maybe had a natural ability back when you was younger. Would that be right, Harry?
Well, maybe it's an ability, but not a very good ability.
Right. Okay.
I've never won the singles cup.
But you're
No,
getting
I mean,
you're
I
getting in
knew-
future, are you?
I knew what I was doing. I'm one for the future. That's it.
Right.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm one for the future.
So the bowling side of things, now it's a big green.
It's a big green.
There's a lot of work being put into keeping this green.
Yes.
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 So you've got a lot of different people involved. And the clubhouse and I noticed there's a buttery morning coming up in November,
That's right. Fundraising.
which
yeah.
you'll notice at the end there. So there's a buttery morning coming up,
There's a
and
quiz night.
there's a quiz night.
We'll have 2 quiz nights a year, a
Yeah.
buttery morning, various competitions where we invite folk to come and play.
And it's about getting people interested in
It's
bowling.
getting well, we're trying to encourage the young folk. We've got one young bowler who came up with his granddad during the school summer holidays.
Let me guess, Jamie Lane.
Jamie Lane.
Jamie Lane, yep.
Jamie Lane. He came up with a broken arm. His right arm was in Stookie, and he just came up because he had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
He'd been playing football. He was sitting miserable on the banks, and I just said to him, go on and get a couple of bowls, look, out the clubhouse, and go on farthest away from us as possible on rink 6. We were playing on rink 1 and 2. Go on rink 6 and take a couple of jacks and just have a go at it. And he was 10 yards, 5 yards away from it, but he was playing with his left hand. Couldn't grip it with his right hand because of the plaster. And he wasn't a great. There was no sign that he'd ever be a bowler, but he came back. That was on the Tuesday. He came back on the Thursday, and he started getting close to the jack. And we encouraged him. He's doing well, Jamie. Go on, keep on going on. I've already clapped him when he got so near it, and he played this end, that end, the whole afternoon by himself. So we said, well, he's not going to make he's not going to embarrass himself and interfere with our game if he comes back the next week. So we invited him into the hut, and he just got better and better and better. And eventually, we entered him into the Buchan Junior Singles at the end of that last season, and he won it. He beat a lad from Ellen in the semi-finals, and he beat a lad that we have here, Josh Strachan, who's 17-year-old. He beat him in the final, so he became the Buchan Junior Singles finalist, and he's also won it again this year.
So us isn't a one-track pony here.
No. It just didn't just happen. He's
There's a skill
got
there.
But the skill is the moral of the story is, when the Stookie came off, he didn't play with his right hand. He kept playing with his left hand.
So he's kept the same arm.
Kept with the same hand, his unnatural hand. His granda had bought him a set of bowls, and Davy keeps on encouraging him, and he now plays for the
That's okay.
he now plays for the Grampian under 17s, I think it is. Touring all over Scotland.
He's doing really well.
He's doing really, really well. Yeah, he's won the Scottish triples down in Perthshire this year, along with two other lads. I think one was from Turriff and one was from possibly Keith.
And so, how much people's visiting on a weekly basis Bowling Green?
We have a membership of about 35, 38. It depends. Various ages. The oldest one would be about 87. I think that some of the ladies there, I won't say their age, but they're slightly older than me.
Right.
And then there's me.
And so, like, the involvement in obviously you've got a lot of people. They've obviously got jobs to go to, but this is a pastime at nights and weekends also. So for days of clubs running.
Well, the clubs are open to visitors and members on a Tuesday and Thursday afternoons from 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock during the season.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting. If the weather's inclement in the afternoon, we just have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And hope that the weather will clear up.
And what about weekends?
No, of a night. Well, of a night time, it's on Wednesday night at 7 until 9, and then at the weekends on Saturday afternoons it's from 2 till 4.
Yeah.
So you've got Tuesday and Thursday 2 till 4, and the Saturday 2 till 4, and then the Wednesday night 7 till 9.
And so, your other hobbies, have you other hobbies now, Harry? Or is your time really consumed with the bowling?
I used to share it with the golf, but with the arthritis in my hands I can't hold a golf club.
What age did you get arthritis?
Well, I got it from my mother, but what age it really started I couldn't say. I got a lump on my thumb when I'd been 50 maybe. I got it cut off.
Just out of nowhere, this lump happened.
It's a ganglion actually.
I can see it for here.
It's a ganglion, which affects the bowls. But you see the deformation in my fingers.
It's almost like they're bending.
That's right, well, they are bending.
And so the arthritis, what does it do? Does it just stop you like doing the same movements?
No grip. That's as far as I can put my hands. Well, kind of grip.
Do you get a lot of pain?
Yeah, and when the damp weather, you know it's going to be sort of dampish because your fingers start aching. You get Voltarol and ibuprofen you can rub on.
And do you actually take medication now, Harry?
Yeah, you got a couple of tablets a day, but it just takes away the severe pain. Yeah.
Well, I've heard arthritis, but I've never met anybody.
Well, you get rheumatoid arthritis, and you get the other kind of arthritis, which I can't mind anyway with my age. I had got the rheumatoid arthritis. I've got the osteoarthritis. That's the name. Yeah. Osteoarthritis, which just gets worse and worse.
And is it only the arms that affects you?
No, it's down in my knees. You maybe seen my bending down there at the bowling green. Difficulty getting up.
And so it goes for the limbs, basically.
It goes for the extremities, the toes. Sometimes I get my toes will start throbbing, and you think it's swollen. Again, the toes are deformed as what my fingers are, but they start swelling.
And is it basically a case so you've got to stop what you're doing when that happens, when that kicks in?
No. You just keep on. You just accept it. I mean, I've got a bandage on my knee when I'm playing bowls, so that I can support my knee because my knee wobbles.
And which sleep patterns were you arthritis? Does that affect you?
No, really. If it really gets bad, you rub ibuprofen on, and that takes the pain away for a half hour, and by that time you're back to sleep again.
Now, what other thing could maybe take your pain away, I reckon, if you can, is whisky?
Malt whisky, especially malt whisky.
So you drink malt whisky?
Are you going to finish this before it evaporates?
Well, I have to get
You better.
I'd be quick. Okay, I'll take one more. Strong. Strong for me.
It's awful good, yeah.
And so, if it's your favourite, malt whiskies is your favourite?
An Ireland whisky. An Ireland whisky. I like Lafroig.
Lafroig?
Lafroig.
Right.
And Lagavulin.
Okay, and you've always liked whiskies, or? No.
I learned to drink whisky in the Merchant Navy, but it was Bell's whisky in those days.
Right.
I could never drink. I was never a drinker really. I was actually what they call a recapite, which is a non-conformist as far as alcohol is concerned. My grandfather used to be that down in Newcastle, and when I was christened, I think I was given the membership, a lifelong membership of it. But right until I joined the Merchant Navy and learned to drink, I never managed to touch a drink.
And we your wife, Jane Anna, does she take a drink?
No. Iron brews as strong as she'll go.
Okay, because
But
she's got a faith. She's got a faith to deal with.
Nothing to do with that. She just doesn't like the taste of it.
Right. Okay.
She likes champagne. She likes champagne, which I don't like.
Sure, I've never gotten a back of champagne.
No.
It's just strange. It's a strange drink. I've never liked the taste of champagne. Pets? Have you got pets, by the way?
No. When you go on holidays, it's not fair to have a pet. No.
Okay, so when you're speaking about holidays, far would be a ideal destination. Are we speaking about in a plane?
Well, we up until the COVID, we used to go regularly. We had a cruise every year on a cruise around the Mediterranean and whatnot. I would love to go out to the Far East again, where I used to go in the Merchant Navy. Yeah. But things have changed. Hong Kong's been taken over by China. It just won't be the same.
So, when do you think your next cruise will be possible?
We've given up on cruises because of the COVID, because of the delays at the airports. And because you've got to be from Aberdeen, for example, you've got to be there 4 o'clock in the morning to leave at 6:30, 7 o'clock. Can't be bothered with that.
I think holidays could be a big luxury in future. Is it why we're going with heating bills and everything else, Harry?
Well, that as well. But no, we'll go tour Scotland. I like touring Scotland. I like going on Simpson's coach tours. They are good. You get value for money with that.
So you'll buy in the hotels when you're in the coaches, is that right?
Yeah. And when we go, just driving the car. Just go stop at various hotels.
And you're still driving?
Oh yes.
The other thing I was going to mention, obviously home life. Far is it you bide, by the way? Is it Rosehearty?
Rosehearty, you know the White Tower, the big tower down there was the nearest house to the tower, coming back into Rosehearty on the seaside.
Got you. And so Rosehearty, you're a big fan of Rosehearty.
Oh, I wouldn't go anywhere else.
I love it. You know, obviously this is a big part of your life, being here and that. President, what happens when you're a president, by the way? Are you telling people for today?
You're organising things. You go to meetings and put your hand up. You become. Well, I am the booking representative, the Rosehearty Bowling Club booking representative, whereby you stick your hand up to volunteer the green for various booking competitions.
Right, okay.
And then you come home and you tell the ladies of the club, we're going to have so many men or ladies or mixture coming onto the green such and such a date. Could you organise teas and whatnot for them after the game? You organise the dates for these competitions that you've just seen the final for. I've got myself involved in, because I'm an engineer, buying spare parts for the machines when Bill breaks them.
Yeah, right.
That type of thing.
Isn't he very good with machinery, is he, Bill?
He's pretty good. He's pretty good. You see the result of his efforts on the green. So
that's about one thing he's good at.
He's very good at it. But he was blaming the greenkeeper. He was blaming the greenkeeper because he got beat. He is the greenkeeper.
Yeah. Okay.
So he shot himself in the foot with it.
It's funny, but it's a lot of work to keep us going. And the other thing I was going to mention, obviously the ladies that do your buttery mornings and teas, and I presume they're a big part of the club.
Yeah, a big part of the club. That's right. And my wife organises that for them. Aye. You saw the list of all the duties. Yep. That they have for the buttery morning. It takes a lot of organising, and Jenny does that.
I was going to say, so like it's men can't do that, can they? It's got to be women's good at doing that.
We can't multitask for that.
Yeah, bye.
That's right.
And so you hear quiz nights and raffle nights and things like that, do you?
I do. Well, the president doesn't have to do it, but seem to have a flair for I like making up quizzes.
Yeah.
And that's for fundraising. 50 pence quizzes.
Yep.
Which are now £1. And we also have 2 quiz nights a year at which I make up questions, and we can hold with 15 tables, 4 to a table. Yeah. So we get £400 or £500 off of that, twice a year.
And the great thing, you've even got, like, you can hear an alcoholic drink here and there, can you? Which is great. It helps for people, like, if they're.
That's right, and it's not dear to get a licence. It's about £10, I think, for an occasional licence.
And so you've had a really enjoyable time.
I've thoroughly enjoyed my time. I'm getting a bit past it, trying to keep the dates in my head, as you probably realise with this interview.
And so, like, I was going to mention it, and what's life been about for you, Harry? As in, have you enjoyed the journey?
I've thoroughly enjoyed the journey. I've sailed twice around the world when I was in the Merchant Navy. I've seen places I would never have seen before at other folks' expense. My marriage to Jenny has just been smashing. She looks after me, she organises me, keeps me right. The bowling club, the members are just great. And it's just part of the village life.
So you're quite happy for your a stage in life?
Yes,
right.
yes.
What's the future run for you? And just more of this, continue this.
Just more of this, as much of this as we can, as long as the body holds up to it.
Yep.
Obviously, I can't keep on being president. Some of the youngins will have to be president.
How did you become president, by the way? Did somebody say we want Harry to do it?
Well, yes, I was standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. And because I'd been up on a regular basis, somebody says, well, why not make Harry the president? He's been here.
Yeah.
He's been here on a regular basis. Just once in a while, he comes here up regularly, plays bowls. That's the type of person I want for presidency. I just said yes.
Excellent. Well, I love the fact you're so involved when I came in about. I noticed you seem to be always here now. And do you do a lot of, would we say, teaching or tutoring with some of the younger ones? Is that a time you're kind of getting them?
Well, the likes of Jamie, we give them encouragement. We give them encouragement. Mark Thompson, who's the treasurer, he's in the BBs, and he takes the BBs up on the green and into the leisure centre and teaches them how to play bowls and the right grip and stuff like that.
And do you sometimes get the youngin for your leisure centre coming here?
Yeah. And also I go into the leisure centre in the winter when the bowling closes down. We go into the leisure centre in the winter, play bowls there, indoor bowls.
And so, you've only got about a month left here, have we, before
less than that.
It stops?
Yeah.
And so, like, even October holidays, this place when I be operating, or?
No. We start. The final game the closing day is on the 11th of September, and then after that, Bill comes in and tears it all up with his machinery,
and then breaks it.
And breaks it up. That's right.
Right. It's been a pleasure hearing you on, and for never meeting you. I found out a lot about you already, and I hope you and
Jenny
continue your. Is it a love story?
Oh, of course it is.
Right, okay, thank you very much. And keep drinking the whiskey.
Yes, when you go, finish it off. There's a wee bit left, really.
I've got to get him and out. Okay.
Never mind. Good job, Jenny's driving.
Right, that's it. All the best for the future.
Thank
and
you
we'll let you get back. Jenny's in a rush, maybe. Right, we'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.
Sticky Trifle Podcast.
Sticky Trifle Podcast will return next week.
Wait, no. This is meant to be a last scene. And Harry, if you're listening, I'm really sorry that my questions was maybe slightly a wee bit too deep for you, so apologies. And it might be worth adding that Rosehearty Bowling Green will be having an event coming up on Saturday the 5th of November from 10 AM till 12, and it is a buttery morning. And the tickets will be very cheap, and we're speaking £2.50 for an adult and £1.50 for kids. And it's all in part thanks to these three lovely ladies and others. The future of the Bowling Green has already begun. And it got me thinking, why do people play bowling? Is it to win? I think so.
Stephen, congratulations on winning the Rosehearty World Club Singles Cup for 1922 and 2022. It's an old man's game, but you're fairly showing up the youngsters. It's great to see the young ones coming through. Stephen's been a member for what now, 2 years? Second year. This is the closest I've ever come for the Singles Cup, and I've been here for 16 and odd years. So, well done, Stephen. Don't spend it all at once. A married man, so it won't go far.
And I'm quite sure it's time for Stephen's photo on the famous wall. And next Sunday, although it's highly unlikely there will be a podcast, hey, a great couple of months ahead. Bye.
Sticky Trifle Podcast.